Minister, you're very welcome to the House and congratulations on your elevation. Minister, first things first, I have here in front of me two series of questions that have been sent into your department. The first on the 20th of August, the second on the 9th of September. To date, I have not had answers to any of these questions. The questions were raised on behalf of parents, principals, boards of management, teachers. And it's simply not good enough not to be able to get answers in time. Having said that, I want to also offer you my congratulations on you getting the Leaving Cert delivered and college places now beginning to be sorted out. I know there are some court cases out there at the moment, but at the end of the day, you did manage to do something we would have thought impossible not so terribly long ago, and your predecessor before you. Minister, first issue for me today that needs to be addressed is the occupational health people that look after our teachers' Medmark. It is simply not acceptable that a teacher that is referred to Medmark because of an underlying condition gets a letter saying this person is suffering from a high-risk illness but not a very high-risk illness, without defining the difference between the two, and then throwing it over to the Board of Management to decide whether the teacher should or should not be taken back into the school. If the teacher is not taken back into the school, they're told to go and see their GP. The GP will put them off sick, and under sick pay rules, they will be taken off the payroll, as you and I both know, within a 6-month period. So that's simply not good enough. The second one is the wearing of masks in schools for children in secondary school. Some children are simply not suitable for wearing masks, particularly those who suffer from various disabilities and learning disabilities. We have to have an alternative. We also have to have a situation where those children who are wearing masks for the full day at school get breaks out of the school so as they can have a chance to take the mask off during the day. Some children cannot wear face masks, and we have to put a proviso in there that they can wear visors or something else. Children who suffer from learning disabilities such as dyslexia or any of the other conditions, who simply cannot tolerate a situation where they cannot see a face, are not able to avail of one-to-one teaching because they can't move through the school. We have to find a solution for this as well. I have parents coming on to me now about children who suffer from various disabilities, who should have individual learning programs set up for them, don't have the individual learning, and are forced to sit in on classes that they have absolutely no interest in. And in fact, as a teacher yourself, you will know that it is detrimental to their learning to have them sitting in on something they are not interested in. The wearing of masks during PE classes. I can't understand how we expect kids to carry out normal PE while wearing masks. We have the situation where a child in a school presents with a temperature. The principal of the school takes all the steps to put the child into isolation. The child is sent home, is subsequently diagnosed with COVID-19. The question arises, there's two different stories coming out, one from your department and one from the HSE. Should all of the siblings be sent home at the same time as the child? The HSE says yes, the Department of Education says no. That's my information at the moment, unless that has changed. What about the children who do not have transport at home and rely on school transport to get to school? How do we get them home? Do we ask the principal to put himself or herself at risk and drive them home? That's simply not good enough. The question, my colleague Alice Mary Higgins just mentioned the issue of homeschooling or schooling for children of parents with vulnerable underlying conditions or they themselves having underlying conditions. Why are you expecting the schools to lay on e-learning or a blended learning system for those children? Teachers in the school have enough to do already. Why won't the Department of Education set up a learning portal for each of the national school and secondary school subjects that there are and allow students to do what they did during the initial lockdown when RTE laid on classes? Have classes laid on. One teacher is all you need to be able to deal with an e-learning portal for the entire country for first class in national school, another teacher for second class, another one for third class, instead of expecting schools to do the job that should be done on a national level. We must start looking after the children themselves and living up to our responsibility to deliver an educational process. The wait over the weekend, if a child is sent home on a Friday, thank you, Gerard, I'll finish in 30 seconds. If a child is sent home on a Friday and is diagnosed with COVID-19, we may not know until the Monday or Tuesday of the following week. Is that fair to the teachers that are involved? Should teachers not immediately be told that this child has been sent home or has been kept home because they are suspect with COVID-19? There are so many things I would like to say. I'm quite happy to give you the 4 or 5 pages of questions that I have submitted to your department that have remained unanswered, and try and get answers for those people that ask the questions of me. Simply not good enough. And the other thing is, while a great job has been done on COVID-19, we need to have all ministers speak with the same voice, giving the same answers to the same questions.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.